Hello everyone, I hope you're all fine and happy Ramadan to all of you. Uh, Today I'm going to talk about something very important. Okay, I decided to talk about that because I noticed that many English learners do encounter problem while dealing with that, either while speaking English or even while writing something in English. Okay, it's helping verbs plus the other different forms of verbs. Okay, I mean. Helping verbs like do, like have, like be, and the other different forms of verbs like playing, like played, like play even. Okay, so uh, I will explain everything in details today. And if you do encounter a problem with that issue, so you have to watch that video very carefully just to make use of it. Well, now let's have a look on the following different forms of verbs. We have present and we have past, we have past participle, and we have present participle. A lot of people think that there are only three different forms of verbs, but actually there are four: present, past, past participle, and present participle. For example, a verb like play. The past participle, the past of play is played. The past participle of play is played. And the present participle of play is playing. So, as you see here, the present participle form is actually the ing form. Okay? Let's take another example. A verb like break. The past form of break is broke. The past participle is broken. And the present participle is breaking. So you have to be careful because we have two different types of verbs. We have regular verbs and we have irregular verbs. An example like play, okay, this is a regular verb. So the past ends in ed, the past participle ends in ed too. But break is an irregular verb, so the past form is broke and the past participle is broken. Okay? Well, now let's number the different forms of verbs as 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? You may ask why we numbered them. Actually, there is a very simple trick or a very simple secret, okay, that will help you a lot to understand how to use helping verbs with different forms of main verbs. Now let's move to the helping verbs. We have do, we have be, and verb to have. So verb to do, verb to be, verb to have. Verb to do is forever with form number 1. Okay? Whatever the tense of verb to do, I mean present or past, okay? It has to be followed by what? Form number 1. Let's have an example. I do play tennis. Some of you may ask me, is it correct or is it suitable to say I do play tennis? Yeah, of course. Sometimes we need to use do play. That's for assertion, just to make some idea very clear and to tell the listener that it's certain, okay? Well, let's have another example. She did not. Okay, here's did. It's past, okay? And as we said before, if verb to do either in the present or in the past, it has to be followed by what? Form number one. So I don't say she didn't ate or she didn't eaten, okay? She didn't eat. She didn't eat her sandwich. Okay? If you even want to make a question, okay? Did you go to school? Go to school. Okay, so again, as you see, verb to do in different tenses, present or even past, was followed by what? By form number one or the present form. Okay, there is just a little tick here, okay, or a little note. There is something else that we deal with that just like do, okay? It's models or the modal verbs like can, like may, like could, etc. Okay? If you use any of these verbs, so it has to be followed by what? By form number one. For example, I say, I can swim or swam or swum. Of course, I can swim. Okay, so as you see, can, that's a modal verb. It's followed by what? By the present form or form number one. Now let's move to the family be. Verb to be, it's followed by either number 3 or number 3 or number 4. Okay? Number 3 or number 4. For example, she is watching a film. Here, that's verb to be, and watching, that's form number 4. That's form number 4. Okay? The mug is broken. Be careful here. Verb to be here is followed by the fourth form, or form number 4, okay, which is the present participle. This is structure made up of verb to be and form number 4. We call it present continuous. Present continuous, okay? While the mug is broken, the mug is broken. This is structure made up of verb to be and the past participle. This is actually the passive voice. The passive voice, okay? Now let's move to verb to have. Verb to have is followed by the third form, okay? Verb to have either in the present form or the past form, it has to be followed by the third form, okay? So again, verb to have in the present form or the past form, it has to be followed by what? It has to be followed by form number 3 or the past participle. Okay? For example, they have go or went or gone. They have gone to the pyramids. They have gone to the pyramids before. Well, she had wash or washed or washed. She had washed. Form number 3. She had washed the dishes before doing her homework. So again, as you see here, so let's wrap up very quickly what we have taken. We have taken the 4 different forms of verbs: the present, the past participle, and the present participle. And we said before that the present participle is actually the ing form, okay? And then we move to the different forms of helping verbs, or the different families of helping verbs. We said there's verb to be, verb to do, verb to be, and verb to have. Okay? We said verb to do is followed by the present form or the first form, form number 1. Okay? And be careful. Models are treated just in the same way as that of do. Okay? They are followed by the present form or the first form. Then the family of be. The family of be, or verb to be is followed by either the third form or the fourth form. Okay? For example, when you say, if it is followed by the fourth form, like watching, like eating, okay, like she's watching a film, that's present continuous form. That's the present continuous form. If it is followed by the third form, like broken, like eaten, like driven, for example, so that's what they said, the passive voice. Okay? And finally, verb to have is followed by the third form. Either it is in the past form or even the present form, it's still followed by the third form. Like, they have gone to the pyramids before, or she'd washed the dishes before doing her homework. I hope you've got benefited out of my video. Don't forget to like it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you and goodbye.